the mic? Yeah. All right. We're back. Let's share the link quickly. Here's a link to be shared. Here's a link to be shared. Here's a link to be shared. Cool. Money. Hello. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. How we doing, guys and girls? Let me see. I don't even know where we're at. Alright, we're here. Let's get it on. Can you not hear my music? Is it too loud? I hope it's not. This is what I need to keep me sane. Quick freestyle for you guys. Live in the chat. Alright, let's break it down for you lot and let's see what's happening with gold today, this afternoon. Hope you guys are feeling blessed. I hope you guys are feeling well. If you're tuned in from my YouTube channel, then make sure you like, subscribe. You know the vibes, it's lit side. Cool. This afternoon we're looking at gold. Let's see what gold can do for us. Let me move this on the screen above so I can see the chat box. Hope you guys are well. Alright, now if you guys know, inside my Discord I told you that already on the weekend that we wanted gold to come higher. Yeah, this is on Monday, excuse me. This is last week on the 30th. Let's double check the date on that. It's the 30th. Yeah, we wanted gold to push higher, so gold is doing exactly what we want it to do, and that is perfect because not every day is a trade for us to get paid. Sometimes it's just a trade for us to monitor so that as price can come to the area where we want, then we can turn around and say, yeah, we're ready to go. Now, of course, if we can get a nice pullback, then we will be getting into this. But price action was really ugly. Even when it opened, the best time to buy was down here. Okay, and this was last week, Thursday. Price pushed up here. This was Friday. Monday action here, 1 a.m. Price pushed into an area and pushed up. Tuesday, we didn't get the pullback deep enough. Yeah, we didn't get the pullback deep enough to buy, and it left the station. So that's okay. That's okay. So yeah, it's slowly pushing higher and higher, but sometimes what you'll find is price can take 10 days pushing higher and then it will spend 1 day coming down. So I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I'm just saying it's okay if we're not, in a trade as such. But we do know what's happening. That is the point of what I'm saying to you guys. We know what's happening. Gold is coming down. Gold is pushing up because, like I said here on the 30th, we wanted gold to push up. I said here, as spoken about on last night's call, gold needs to push up much higher in order for us to feel safe taking any shorts. Okay, so if this pushes up, bearing in mind, guys, this means this means oil will be coming down. Okay, and oil's kind of been inside of a range. Like, it's not pushing down, it's just ranging downwards, like walking down the steps. It's walking down the steps like my name's Posh Bex Cheese. Yeah, so it's coming down slowly but surely. So we're going to be having a look at oil this afternoon, seeing what's happening here, because this is going to give us the indication. But also at the same time, it's funny because now that gold is making a recovery, you know, people like Trump will say, oh yeah, markets are recovering. I mean, Trump has come out and spoke about UK, Donald Trump, UK, no help. Let's see if that message comes up. Because he came around and said, Donald Trump tells the UK to go get your own oil. Yeah. Trump is saying to the UK, yo, you lot are on your own. You're on your own, show. Don't play around with me. Let's go on to X. Last week's Trump. He's saying you're on your own, bro. You on your own. You on your own, bro. What is this playing on this thing? What's going on here? Last week, Trump said he didn't need Britain's help because he'd already won this war. So we mustn't let him push the UK around now. Any decision on the development of our armed forces should be made in the UK's national interest and subject to a vote in Parliament. Now listen, guys. Trump is saying the war has been decided and everything's been forget all of this. Everything's been sorted, but Trump's a liar. I'll say it to you guys here. Trump is a liar. Trump has been a liar. He's always been a liar. He's always manipulated the markets because that's good for business. It pushes the markets up, they don't push it down. Until you hear something from Iran know that USA want to wipe them out. So why would Iran agree to a deal when they're winning? They're winning right now. What do they need to agree to? They don't need to agree to anything. They don't need to agree to absolutely anything. So, you know, it's just a case of the US economy falling, the price of oil. They're trying to keep the price of oil down. But if the price of oil, which, you know, what it does look like, does want to push higher because it's bullish, if it does continue to push higher, you know, you're going to have an energy lockdown right now. We're already seeing an energy lockdown, energy crisis, okay? In Cuba's already had energy crisis results. Cuba, they've gone black. They've had a blackout in Cuba. Look, according to the United Nations Human Rights, the blockade and ensuing fuel shortage has threatened Cuba's food supply and disrupted the country's water systems and hospitals. The fuel shortage has prevented the harvesting of crops and undermined efforts towards food sovereignty. Okay, you've also got one in Philippines. The government became the first in the world to declare a national energy emergency over the oil crisis. Right? Now, we go to another one here in Australia. Okay, Australia's having a fuel pump bonanza. Everyone is taking as much as oil as they can out of the fuel stations. And this is going to be a knock-on effect everywhere. Please don't think this is just a conspiracy theorist selling hope or trying to scare you guys. This is facts here. This is about the informed versus the uninformed. If you're not informed, you're not going to know about what's happening. And if you are informed, then you're going to be able to make better choices, better decisions. That's simply what this is. That's simply what this is, guys. So when we look at taking a trade right now, look, let's just say right now oil decides to do this. It pushes up to this area and comes down. Yeah. If oil pushes up and then comes down, right, that is going to support gold pushing higher. But gold right now on the 4 hour has closed above this point of structure here. So we would need gold to pull back. We need gold to pull back substantially. We need to pull back. Gold has to pull back beneath the 4565 handle. I don't think it does that right now. You got NFP on Friday. Markets are moving a bit slow right now. Shaky Madeki. but that's necessary because the markets have been letting off so much steam. NFP taking place this Friday. It's also Good Friday, so you've got bank holidays on Friday right now. Wall Street rises as at the open after Trump says Iran asked for a ceasefire. Oh, really? Really? Let's have a look at Wall Street, see what's happening. S&P is up today. US 30. Oh, this is the VIX indicator. Okay, so the VIX. Oh, if the VIX comes down, US 30 will keep pushing up. Right now, we've seen a pullback, but we can't, read into these pullbacks, guys. We can't listen to what Trump says and then say, oh, okay, it's all safe, let's start buying again. No. Right now, a lot of investors are anticipating the market's rebounding. I'm not saying that they're not going to rebound, but don't be so eager for a rebound that you end up buying too early. That's what I'm saying to you guys here. You don't need to buy so early. You just need to wait for confirmations. For example, right now, if price pushes up here and it's closed above this lower high, so now we're bearish, now the structure's changed from bearish to bullish, I'll just wait for a retest. I don't need to be the guy buying down here. I need to be the guy getting in after I've seen the confirmation. And as we have a look at all of these charts right now, the NASDAQ, the US 30, the E-mini, everything's been coming down due to what's been happening. Okay, it's all been falling down. Even Bitcoin's been coming down. And there will be a rebound at some point. But right now, the GDX is pumping. I don't see why the GDX turns around and comes down this afternoon. I could be wrong. So we're going to wait and see. We're going to wait and see, chat, what actually happens here. XAU USD. Okay, so we've taken this high. The next place is this session over here. Where was this candle? Oh, this is from over here. Okay, I'm going to remove this because I'm not looking to short from there anyway. I want price to keep pushing like what it's done. Don't get me wrong, guys. If this pushes up and makes a new high, I caramba. Yeah, because this down here was what we saw. This move down, and these are the shorts we took. We knew a buy was coming. We knew it. We just had to be patient. I can say right now, this looks fantastic. On a weekly, this looks absolutely fantastic. What a reaction. Price comes down, plays into this candle, into this weekly lit block, turns around, pushes up. This is what trading's about. Catching those moves, being patient. Now, I'm not in this trade though, so I'm not going to sit here and try to jump the gun. I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait for this to play out. I'm not going to buy right now thinking that price could keep going higher, because if we go on if we go right now and have a look at the 4-hour swing from this high up here down to this low here, okay, we're approaching soon areas where we would want to sell from. That's right, areas where we would want to sell from. Doesn't mean that the sell is going to be a long sell. It could be a short-term sell. Yeah, it could only be a short-term sell. But nonetheless, okay, we're not too far from these areas. So I'd rather wait for price to reach those. And I'll be closely monitoring what's happening with silver as well as with oil. Oil, like I said, if oil comes down, gold is going to continue to push higher. I don't believe that oil is now finished its bullish momentum and it's now going to take a dive. No, obviously the powers that be want to keep the price of oil low. They do. Okay, they want the price of oil to be low, especially now. If there's an energy crisis and the price of oil is going up, how does that benefit anyone? That doesn't benefit you. It doesn't benefit me. Even here in Dubai, you've got petrol pumps. People are queuing up at petrol pumps because the price of oil is going up. Okay, it's still going to be considerably cheaper than what it would be in the UK or in Europe, but it's still getting more expensive everywhere across the world. So as much as, you can sit here and just care about trading, you need to care about the world. You need to care about what's happening so you can position yourself. The profits you guys make, you guys should be using the profit to buy some assets, buying assets like silver or gold. I will always be an advocate for buying silver because it's the most underappreciated asset when it comes to commodities. And right now, Ignore these drawings. This is for some education that I was doing. But for right now, what we can see happening here is we can see silver. I personally believe we'll push into this area. We might consolidate a bit and then price will come down. Trump saying the war is over, but then he's also saying the war will take another 2 to 3 weeks. You can't believe what this guy is saying, okay? You can't believe it. What we can believe, though, is regardless to what Trump's saying, the price of oil is going to tell us what the war is saying. Okay, the price of oil is going to tell us what the war is saying. It's as simple as that. Now, the geopolitical resolution could ease the energy shock. Okay, what do I mean by that? Well, if the Strait of Hormuz reopens and oil prices normalize, then the Eurozone inflation pressures ease. And that's allowing the European Central Bank to cut rates and support the euro. So right now, as you guys should know, we are fastly approaching, well, it's a new month. So what does that mean? The new month means that we are going to be approaching interest rates. So most likely on Thursday, next Thursday, because the euro always gives their interest rate on a Thursday, I've noticed. Or is it a Wednesday? I'm pretty sure it's a Thursday. Where is it? Where are we here? Let's see. Interest rates will be coming out. Okay, and that's going to be a huge thing for the markets, because if interest rates go higher, that is very bad for the economy. It's very bad, guys. Interest rates should be going down. They shouldn't be going up. If they go up, the cost of living is going to increase with it. Well, the cost of living has already gone up, but yeah, next week. What's today? Okay, so next week on Monday, it's still got, it's Easter. It's Easter Monday. Okay, Easter on Monday. We got the Kiwi interest rate on Wednesday. Thursday, initial jobless claims. Okay, so nothing in that week. So when is the week? What was that week? That week is going to be not this week here. What's today? Wednesday or Thursday? Today's Wednesday. Oh, shit. Okay, let me see. Let's see what's happening this week. There's no interest rate this week. I know that. Thursday, Trump speaks. Oh, it's going to be a techie one. NFP comes out on a Friday, but all the banks is going to be a bank holiday, so I don't even know what that's going to do to the markets. I don't even know what that's going to do. That might be a moment where they get to manipulate the charts whilst there's no price action moving. Who knows? Monday, it's Easter Monday, so markets will be shut on Friday and Monday. We can expect little to no movement. What date is this? April the 10th. So let's just check April the 10th. Monday to Friday. Okay. This where we should... Oh, look. There's no interest rate talks. Or maybe the interest rate talks are going to be at a latter end. Wow. So the last month. Fed interest rate on the 29th. Okay, so where's the European interest rate? Okay, that must be an announcement that they're going to have at some point. It must randomly just pop up, because they definitely need to have an interest rate released this month. So considering this is April, we will see an interest rate from them. Okay, so the European, I just read an article come up here. Right now, the euro is slightly bullish, and that's just because the ECB signals 2 rate hikes possible in 2026. Hawkish European Central Bank commentary reduces rate cuts, bets bolstering euro relative to Fed dovish pivot expectations. Yeah, so we are going to see some bullish price action. We are going to see, what's it called? Not bullish price action. We are going to see a positive euro. Positive euro. No one's really trading Euro USD though, are they? Let's be real. Okay, gold. Someone messaged me and said, bro, where can I expect gold to reach? Gold can reach 4,832. Do you guys want to see where that is? 4,832. 4,832. Okay. 4,832 right here. Oh, here. This is where I expect gold to probably reach up to. Okay. Destination. Okay, this is the destination for middle. Oh, bottom, center. That's the destination for gold. Let me change that color green. And if it pulls back, what areas can we look at if it pulls back? Well, if it pulls back, we're going to look around here. Okay. If we can get a pullback here today, I'd look at buying. Pullback area. If we could get a pullback around there. I don't know if that's possible or not. Okay. Iran steel plants targeted, US deploys third carrier. Iran threats US data boost. Yeah. Even now, when you look at gold on a 1 minute, it's not really doing much, guys. Who would want to be caught up in this price action? Only people that are just eager to trade, eager beavers, but I don't want to get caught in that. When I trade, I want price to either hit my stop loss or hit my SL. One or the other. But I want it to, sorry, I said both things there. I want price to either hit my stop loss or TP. I don't want to be sitting around in a trade for hours watching it. Yeah, it looks good. It looks good. Oh, no, it looks bad. Oh, it looks... No, we need to be moving. We need to be moving quicker than beams. Yeah? But we're not. Markets are stale. And that's okay if they're stale, but it's just another reason why you guys have to be patient. You have to be patient. Who's in any trades today? Who's got any questions for me? If you want me to break down any analysis, let me know. But yeah, we're here together. This is what trading's about sometimes, turning up when the markets are stale, even though there's not much opportunities. That's just how it goes. That's how it goes. That's how it goes sometimes, guys. That's how it goes. That's how it goes, man. That's how it goes. Let me check this screen. I feel like the screen looks a bit... Is the screen too wide for you guys, chat? Is the screen too wide? How's it looking? Where's my phone? Let's have a look, see what's going on here. Let's have a look, see what's going on here. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. Okay. Okay, cool. Look, almost half an hour on the stream. Price hasn't really moved anywhere. This is how gold used to move before this year came around. Gold was just slow, struggling to move. And that's okay. I need you to re-emphasize the fact. You see, when price is moving slow like what it's doing today, that's usually signs that something is cooking. That's what the signs are. The signs are that something is cooking. Anyone forcing trades today, it's like, don't get me wrong, I think gold is going up as well. But if it doesn't pull back, then what am I supposed to do? What are we going to do, chat? Here's the pullback area, yeah? Gold, even if gold pulls into here, but if gold pulls down into here, it's game on. It's game on like Donkey Kong, trust me. But right now, gold, like it's just going to keep going, which is fine. Which is fine. It looks beautiful. This buy looks absolutely beautiful. And we called it. That's the greatest thing. It's just, it was inconvenient when it came last week, Thursday. There was no way I was ever going to hold a gold buy over the weekend. I don't care how big or small the position is. I just ain't doing it. Let's have a look at silver in here. See if we get any play out of silver. they're all in areas right now where they could pull back. But we need a pullback. That's what I have to emphasize here with you guys, chap. If we don't get a pullback, we're not in it. And we got to be in it to win it. That's what we got to be. In it to win it. So yeah. Maybe as this afternoon approaches, we get more price action. Australia to halve fuel tax as global energy crisis deepens. I promise you this. Where's everyone tuning in from? UK? Things won't get better before they get worse. Just like with a toothache or anything. Anything always needs to get worse before it gets better. Right now, nothing's got better. So we need to get worse. Right? And probably an energy crisis lockdown. You get told to, you get restricted where you can and can't go, what you can and can't do. These are all things that's probably going to happen, guys. So again, these are the times where we want to make sure we've got as much capital as possible so that we can be taking trades and, you know, helping ourselves out, because this money is going to help us. Now look, yesterday's trades, there wasn't that many. It was just one trade because the markets weren't really presenting much opportunities. But you guys can see by all of the trades that we take on a continuous basis, when there's opportunities flowing, there's trades popping. When there isn't opportunities flowing, there's just not any trades, you know? Right now, there's not really any trades. There's not really any opportunities. That's what it is. There's not any opportunities, guys. So let this be a great lesson in terms of exercising patience. That's what today's session is about. Exercising patience. I'm going to set an alert higher. So if oil pushes up, I'll be informed of what's happening. Of course, if oil pushes up hard enough, pause, then we can expect to see gold pushing back. And that's what we want. We want gold to pull back so that we can take a trade. But until then, there's nothing really we can do, guys. Nothing really we can do. So I'm going to end the stream, man. I'm going to end the stream. Half an hour of you guys' time. I appreciate you lot tuning in. And let's just come